Without doubt, there existed a very low kind of religion in Lahaul before Buddhism got hold of the people, and the latter has not been able to suppress it entirely. The early religion of Lahaul is still known under the name of Lung-pachhoi, that is, the religion of the valley. When it was flourishing, many bloody and even human sacrifices seem to have been regularly offered up to certain La, gods, or evil spirits residing in or near old pencil-cedar trees, caves, etc. This cruel custom disappeared gradually after the doctrine of the Buddhists had influenced for a time the minds of the people. There is a story which goes about that near the village of Kyelang, a large dry pencil-cedar tree was standing till last year. The story goes that before this tree, in ancient times, a child of 8 years old was annually sacrificed to make the spirit who resided in it well disposed towards the inhabitants of Kyelang. The children seem to have been supplied in turn by the different families of the village. It happened one year to be a widow who had to give up an old child of the required age of 8 years. The day before her only one was to be taken from her, she was crying loudly, when a travelling Lama from Tibet met her and asked the cause of her distress. Having heard her story, the Lama said, "Well, I'll go instead of your child." He did so, but did not allow himself to be killed. "The spirit must kill me himself if he wants human flesh," said he. So saying, he sat himself down before the tree and waited for a long time. But as the demon made no attack on him, he became angry, took down from the tree the signs and the effigies and threw them into the Bhaga river, telling the people not to sacrifice any more human beings, which advice was followed from that time forward. The demon fled and settled on the top of the pass, where it still dwells under the name of the Kyelang La or God of Kyelang, getting now only the annual sacrifice of a sheep supplied by the shepherds. In the time when the Lung-pachhoi was the only religion that existed in the valley, there were doubtless more places in Láhul where human beings were immolated to supposed gods and evil spirits. At present, near not a few villages, sheep and goats are yearly killed and offered up, contrary to the precepts of Buddhism, to well-disposed Las, and it may be that animals have now taken the place of men. The people, however, still continue to believe in a great many spirits or the demons known as La, who are supposed to dwell in trees, rocks, or on the hilltops, and before whom the Buddhists, contrary to their religion, sacrifice sheep and goats. In addition, they believe greatly in witches, sorcerers, and evil eye, and have a host of other superstitions in common with all the other Lahaulis. The religion of the people is nominally Buddhism, but it is becoming nominally Hinduism. Thus, the god of the pass is Lache, Jingla is the field god, and Lu and Chan are the river and mountain gods. Lu is said to be a Nang or snake deity and is worshipped with milk and water. His shrine is usually a spring and is kept clean. Women do not worship him. The pile of horns of ibex, often seen on top of a house in Láhul, is the Lahaul or God's boundary. A demon commonly believed in is Kangra, literally which means 1 ear, who is in a man's shape and with 1 arm, 1 leg, etc. He is said not to be worshipped now at all.